Hello, Susie here with a vlog for Thursday, January 12th, 2017. Sorry. Yeah, my brain is not working properly lately. I tend to say that a lot because, yeah, my brain likes to be silly sometimes. But I found my daily meditation book, so I thought I would read today's because it applies. Yesterday, or Wednesday, it is actually Friday, 2 o'clock in the morning, but I haven't slept yet, so it's still Thursday. Yesterday, Wednesday, January 11th, was my grandpa's birthday. Sorry, I'm burpy. Yesterday's topic was letting go of guilt. There was some guilt. I'm not going to get too much into that. I just wanted to point out that yesterday was not a good day. I've been having trouble today and yesterday. Anyway, today's is finding balance. So I'm going to go ahead and read this and then go from there, I guess. So, the goal of recovery is balance, that precious middle ground. Many of us have gone from one extreme to another, years of taking care of everyone but ourselves, followed by a time of refusing to focus on anyone's needs but our own. We may have spent years refusing to identify, feel, and deal with our feelings, followed by a period of absolute obsession with every trace of emotional energy that passes through our body. We may succumb to powerlessness, helplessness, and victimization. Then we swing to the other extreme by aggressively wielding power over those around us. We can learn to give to others while taking responsibility for ourselves. We can learn to take care of our feelings as well as our physical, mental, and spiritual needs. We can nurture the quiet confidence of owning our power as equals in our relationships with others. The goal of recovery is balance, but sometimes we get there by going to extremes. Today I will be gentle with myself, understanding that sometimes to reach the middle ground of balance, I need to explore the peaks and valleys. Sometimes the only way I can extricate myself from a valley is to jump high enough to land on a peak and then slowly ease myself down. For those of you that are new to my vlogs, welcome. For those that have been watching, I'm sorry if I'm about to repeat. I mean, I know I'm going to repeat a lot of things I've said in previous vlogs, but they need to be said, I think. I was born with hypothyroidism. I'm not going to go into all of that, except that depression is a symptom. I was born with depression. I'm prone to depression, though I tend to be optimistic. I'm a positive person. I like looking at the bright side of things. Lately it's been kind of hard. My last vlog was Friday, my fitness Friday. I have been wanting to vlog since then. It's just wasn't able to. So I think I will go from there and say what's been going on. And though I will have to go even further than that for background, so everything makes more sense. Hi, I'm Susie. I'm 30 years old and I'm a mom of 6. Back in August, my relationship with their father, one father for the 6 of them, we had been together for 14 years. Our first kiss was my 16th birthday. Our relationship ended badly. Cops were called, and because of that, no, In doing so, I was admitting to failing to protect my children, so they were taken from me. My caseworker, a woman I tried calling for help before I called the cops, she's the one that came a couple days later and took my kids from me. And let's call her Kendra, okay? That sounds like a good idea, right? Where was I going with this? Oh my gosh. My brain is going blank now. That's awesome. Yeah, so my kids were taken from me. Kendra, of course, had to stress that visitations were the most important thing in our reunification. Of course. Why would I? Of course I'm going to visit my kids any chance I get. Right? Duh. 2 hours a week. 6 kids. 2 hours a week. It's January now. October, I had court. I saw the judge. Kendra wasn't there, though she wants to say that she was on the phone listening in. My lawyer surprised the hell out of me by requesting that my kids be returned home to me while I work on my recovery. This was back in October. I have not talked to my lawyer since then, October. I've tried calling her, but I never get to. Other people have called back for her, not knowing a damn thing about the case, so I'm not sure why they call. But I haven't been able to talk to her since October. Yeah, she surprised the hell out of me with that. I think it was just to get my hopes up or something, because the judge did say, though, that he wanted something special done for my family for the holidays. I'm still only getting 2 hours a week in January. That was back in October, before Halloween, before Thanksgiving, before Christmas. 2 hours a week for 6 kids. Nothing happened. No. The week after Christmas, I didn't get to see any of my kids. I'm wasting time. Dang it. So, October, court, the judge, it was brought up that Kendra wanted to move my kids away to their uncle, their dad's brother. Okay, this woman, she scheduled a visitation with my kids and their dad's dad and stepmom. The day of court. I didn't know about it until the day before. I'm guessing it was planned ahead of that, though, because they were coming in from Brazil for a wedding. So I'm pretty sure they knew ahead of time, right? I didn't know until the day before. Day of court. My Lottie, my oldest, she went to court, but she had to leave early to go to this visitation that she was not looking forward to. My kids were not wanting to visit with them. Dang it. Thinking about this stuff, my brain is so stupid sometimes thinking about stuff, and trying to remember just makes it black it out. My mind is going blank. Okay, so it was brought up that Kendra was wanting to move my kids with their dad's brother 5 hours further away. There's nothing here. So my kids are, well, they were all 3 hours away. There's 6 kids. The 2 girls are together. The 4 boys, however, were all separate until Christmas. The judge was not in favor of her sending my kids to their dad's brother. Yeah. For obvious reasons, right? The week before Christmas, all my kids were there. Kendra was also there. Her first visit she's attended, which ruined it for me. Just her being there. As soon as I was told she was there, it tried to stay positive for my kids. But that woman, I feel like throwing up anytime I have to interact with her. Yeah, I tried to stay positive. She didn't say a single fucking word to me. Excuse my language. But, no, my kids told me that the very next day they would be leaving to their uncles. The 4 older kids. The 2 girls would be coming back to their foster mom after New Year's, but the 2 older boys would be staying with him. The week after Christmas, I didn't get to see any of my kids. Did I say that already? Something special for the holidays, right? Didn't get to see them at all that week. Nope. Nothing was done for Halloween. Nothing was done for Thanksgiving. Christmas was just fucked. It's January now. All of my kids, that wasn't the first visit that my kids have missed. Well, Winnie, that was her one and only visit that she missed. But the other 5 have missed visits. My Kanai, my 4-year-old, has missed 7, including the Christmas one. 4, all of which before Thanksgiving. 2, he showed up in the last 15 minutes of 2 visits. So that's basically 7 visits he's missed. 4 before Thanksgiving, though, because I remember this because at that time it was brought up about having makeup visits, but that didn't happen until this last Saturday. I finally got a makeup visit with my Kanai, which I'm glad. I'm so glad we did because I love seeing my kids, any of them, for any amount of time. But these visits are not just so they see me. They're to see their siblings because they were all separate. Excuse me. his foster mom is licensed supervised, so she was supervising. It was a surprise for him. She didn't tell him that we were going to visit because we met at the mall, and they go to this mall every now and then, so he is familiar with it. So it was just another day at the mall, and it was a surprise. But he was sad that his siblings were not there, as expected. But we got to visit. So that was Saturday. I don't remember what happened Sunday. Monday, I had a parenting class. Okay. So, shelters, domestic violence shelters. I did go to one back in August when all this happened because Kendra wanted me to. It was what was needed. So I went because there was nothing here. There's nothing here where I live in my town because it's small and crappy. And since my kids were moved 3 hours away, there was a shelter 3 hours away. So I went there because it would be so great. They have so many resources. No. The other women that were there in the shelter, they were nice. One had 7 kids. I loved hanging out with them. It was nice. But the women in charge, oh my gosh. No. While I was there, I went to the ER, threatened miscarriage, where they found a mass on my left ovary. About 2 days later, my ex was released from jail. I guess he pled guilty. I'm not sure how that would mean being released, but yeah. That night, and every night after, I started having nightmares. So, with my health gone to shit, and nightmares, I decided to come home. Kendra pointed out how convenient it looked that I left the shelter just days after he was released because she's convinced that I'm going to let him just charm his way right back into my life. No. I'm not sure if she knows what he did to me, but be glad you don't know. Okay? But yeah, she's convinced that it was so convenient how I left just days after he was released. No. See, my health, the nightmares, and I didn't care for feeling like a fucking prisoner. If I did, I wouldn't have called the cops. I'd still have my kids. How convenient. So yeah. What was I? Oh yeah, there's nothing here, right? Oh, that's another reason why I left the shelter too, because the next week, a parenting class was starting here. A parenting class. A parenting class that I had attended once with my ex, like a couple years ago, and it was awesome. I had only gone to one session. He had been going to a few sessions before that and wanted me to go with him, so I went, and it was awesome. But then, for some reason, we stopped going. But I remembered that class, so I wanted to go again. So I came back and started. and I finished a couple weeks ago. 16 weeks. I finished the class. Unfortunately, because I finished the whole thing, I can't take it again, which sucks because it was an awesome class. But no, there's nothing here. No, but Monday, parenting class, another parenting class. Parenting class, the subject was threatening to run away or suicide. My boys, Keola and Kane. Keola's 10, Kane is 8. The two that were moved with their uncle. I haven't seen them since the week before Christmas, since they're 8 hours away. They do call every now and then. Keola talks to me. Kane is either doing something else or just doesn't want to talk. He attempted to run away since being away. He has threatened suicide. Boys need to be home. It makes no sense that she moved them away. She's wanting me to go to a shelter out there, 8 hours away from my home. She's wanting me to drop everything and go there. I'm lucky they kept my apartment when I went to the shelter the first time, because when I went there, my utilities were shut off. She used that against me, my utilities being shut off. But yeah, I had no money to turn them back on, so when I came back from the shelter, I stayed at my mom's for 2 months. I'm lucky they kept my apartment for me. 3 bedrooms. It took forever to get this thing. There's such a long waiting list. It took forever to get it. But she's expecting me, my caseworker is expecting me to drop it and go out there for who knows how long. They are acting like this is gonna be months still. All that happened in August. It's January now. This Sunday will be 5 months since my kids were taken from me. I told her from the very beginning, because it was brought up when she first suggested that she move my kids to their uncle, which they told me that they were told that it was an option, and they were not in favor of it. My kids were not, because they'd be further away. They said that specifically. My kids are smart. They know what's up, okay? They were not wanting to because it's further away. She's wanting me to go there, to drop everything. If I left, I would lose this apartment. What the hell would I do for housing? What would I do with all of our stuff? For a family of 7. There's a lot of stuff. I told her no from the very beginning, and she's using this against me. This is the best option, the best opportunity, and I'm just refusing it, she says. She also says, I'm just paraphrasing, but she doesn't care where we live after I get my kids back. She's expecting me to lose this apartment. She was surprised that they kept it for me. She doesn't care. what I do after I get my kids back. She wants me to lose everything. If I did go out there, yes, I would be closer to my two boys, but my other four would be 5 hours away. She wants to act like, oh no, if I went there, then she'd move the other kids there. But, like, why? She doesn't understand. Not only should these kids be home where their lives are, but she took them from their family, from their lives, all their friends, school, everybody they know. She's moved them away. My older four, I don't know if Winnie is so much, but the older three definitely have had to deal with bullying because they're foster kids. Who does that? They're being bullied. How does it make sense? And she's just wanting to move them around again. And she doesn't fucking care. Sorry, I'm forgetting things now. Monday, after my parenting class, I had a doctor's appointment. Yeah, to check on the mass. I'm not sure how that went. I'm going to call the doctor in the morning and check on that. Also, my medication, because apparently it's too high. My dose is too high. So, yeah, I'll be calling him in the morning. After my exam, I came home and passed the hell out. Tuesday, my visit with the other four. That was good. That was a good visit for the most part. My Kikoa, my 2-year-old, he's growing away. Distant. He is alone. It's one thing to have my kids not home, but they're all separate. The 2 girls are together, but the boys, even Kane and Kaoa, those 2 do not get along. Their uncle has no idea how to handle them. You're kidding. He doesn't have any kids. He's 10 years older than me and my ex. He has no idea how to handle kids. Especially my kids. My Kane tried running away. And he's not talking to me. My kids need each other. All of them. Wednesday, I had women's group. Yeah, because right? There's nothing here except the 2 parenting classes, one I just finished, one I'm still going to, women's group. All these groups, by the way, I love going to. I mean, because I did just get certificates for all of them. And I turned them in to my lawyer on Friday. I met with him Friday. So that's going to help. But the one parenting class I can't go to anymore, but these other 3 I'm going to. I like them. Well, the parenting class and the women's group I like. Thursdays I have relapse prevention because apparently I'm addicted to drugs and alcohol, even though I only used with my ex and with him not here anymore. I no longer have reason to use, but apparently I'm addicted. So I have to go to a relapse prevention class and randomly drug tested and AA. So today, Thursday, I had relapse prevention. And immediately following, I was drug tested. And then after that was AA. But I didn't go to AA today because right before I tested, I was suddenly exhausted. I even told the woman that was handling it that, oh my gosh, my eyelids were so heavy all of a sudden. So, and AA is on the way home from that class. I just walked right by because there have been a couple times in AA where I've like nodded out and I was already exhausted, so I didn't even want to risk it. So I just walked home. And yeah, I don't know how much more time I have. Oh, I guess that's my limit. Okay, so I've been having trouble these last few days. I guess because my medication's off, or just because hypothyroidism, stupid brain, whatever. But yeah, I've been having trouble. I saw my therapist today too. One therapist. I did have 2, but apparently one is no longer a therapist. So I saw the other today. I'm not sure how that went exactly because, I mean, I was glad I was going to see her because of my troubled last few days. I think it did help, I guess, because I am feeling better now. For now, I guess. Stuff to do tomorrow. I don't know if now that I know I'm pressed for time, I'm not sure. My mind's blanking again. I'm not sure if I've left anything out. I believe I have. I'm sure I have. But, theambishthing.com is my blog thing. Subscribe if you'd like to follow along, because I will be vlogging more often. But theambishthing.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Ambishthing on all of them. I do have other Instagrams, but you can find them on your own. It's not hard. But subscribe if you like. If not, don't. But yeah, that is what's going on, I guess. I hope I said everything. If not, I'll say it later. Thanks for watching. Happy Friday the 13th. Bye!